This next super important dance move is called jacking, also known as horse, and it looks like this. So, like I said, it's a super important dance move, and I'm going to explain why in a little bit. First, quick note on the terminology. So like I said, the dance move is also known as horse in some house dance communities, for example in Japan, and jacking over there is another dance move that looks more like this, which is actually a sub form of jacking, and it's actually not as popular of a dance move. And the reason why there's some variation in the naming is that unfortunately a lot of house dance moves don't have names, and the moves that do have names haven't been codified strongly, so that there is some variation. I'm going to go with the East Coast terminology and call this move jacking. But regardless of that, one thing that's agreed upon by all house dance communities is that this is the single most important house dance move, because it's going to form the core of your dance rhythm and style, and it's really fundamental foundation house dance move. You're going to use it all the time. It's going to integrate into all your dancing, into all your dance moves. And for beginners, I know it's kind of a tricky looking move, and it's tricky to do. I don't want you to be turned off from all the other dance moves, because this move, I'll admit, it's a little bit harder than the other dance moves. For now, if you're just starting out, you'll be working on your jacking, but instead of jacking when you're working on the other dance moves, you can just go with just rocking, as I'll review again in a little bit, but I've also covered it in the club dance series. However, I recommend that you keep working on your jacking until you get it down pat, because if you want to dance more dynamic and you want to really feel the house music and really progress into some more fun dance moves, then I recommend that you get jacking down and integrate it into your dancing. So again, for beginners, take your time with it, be patient, practice it, and it'll overcome the awkwardness at the beginning, and then you'll get the dance move. We'll go through it in several slow practices. So like I said, let's review rocking. Rocking is the move that you're going to do when you want to dance club dance style, and if you don't have your jacking down to integrate with your dance moves, you're just going to go with this very basic move. So you're going to lock, for the basic rocking motion, we're just going to lock our hips, waist down, and from the waist up, we're going to be rocking like this. Just like that. In the club dance series, I also integrate with a knee bend, but for now, for the purpose of learning jacking, we'll lock our hips and we'll lock our knees and just rock our upper body. Don't move your shoulders, so lock your shoulders, align your shoulders with your body, and do this, not this. So this is something that's good to practice, and we'll do a bit in the practices. Next, the actual jacking move. I'm going to break it down to 3 positions. The first, I'm going to show a club dance style, so it's going to be a bit tighter, but also quickly review the house dance style if you want to learn it. First motion is you're going to drop down straight like that. You're just going to bend your knees. If you're really into the music, you can bend it really low. Drop your knees, upper body stays straight like that. So that's position 1. Okay, so position 1, again, dropping straight down. Position 2, you're going to throw your hips forward like that. Upper body is going to be bent back just a little bit. Not too far back, just back a little bit, like that. So again, the position 1, position 2, you're going to push your hips forward, like that, and straightening out your knees. So again, from position 1, we're going to push up our hips, and in position 3, you're just going to do that rocking motion that we showed before. That. In some communities, like in Japan, a lot of dancers prefer to just stop in the middle, like stop straight like that. But I think for club dance, it's more appropriate to rock forward a little bit. It suits the music and the style more, so we're gonna rock forward just a little bit. Okay, so let's review those positions again. Coming down straight, push up your hips, rock. That. Coming down straight, hips forward, rock. Again, coming down, push your hips, rock. Down, push your hips, rock. Good. So another tip, lock your head with your body. So you don't want to have a flimsy head going like this, okay? Then it looks all wrong. So you want to keep your neck pretty tight and lock your head, okay? So let's try it again. Coming down straight, push your hips, rock forward. We're going to practice those 3 motions slowly in a slow practice. Now quickly I'm going to talk about the house dance style, which is a little bit different. Instead of first motion, you come down straight like this, almost like in a squat, kind of butt out. Second motion is the same, you push out your hips, and in the third motion you rock. So it's almost the same thing, except it's more exaggerated. So you're coming down, up, rock, down, up, rock. So if you want, you can try it that way and then scale it back for a club dance style. I'm going to stick with more of a club dance style and keep it tight, since it goes with the rest of my dance moves that way. Now, next you want to smooth it out. And I'm going to offer one tip when we smooth it out slowly, is that I want you to think of your hips moving in an oval motion. And you're going to use your hands with your hips to help lead your body, because it's a great visual guide. Because at the beginning you might find it confusing to just do these 3 motions, and when you smooth it out you might get a little bit lost. So I'm going to illustrate what I'm talking about now. I'll come down, hips out, rock. So my hips are going with my hands like that. So when you're actually doing the practices, feel free to hold out your hands like this to help you get that oval hip motion going. And then you start smoothing it out. Just like that. Having said that, we'll practice all that slowly with some really important practices before moving on to something quicker.